I am currently raising my ex-husband's daughter that he had with his mistress. 2.5 years ago, I was married to my ex-husband. We were married for about 6 years.
When my husband told me he had a love child with the other woman, I had 5 days. Me and him was together 5 days. I was off, and he told me what all he was going to do. And one of the things I'm grateful for is the cameras in my home.
God would never send you a married man. I don't care how long he's been separated from his wife. I don't care what happened.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Huh? Yes.
Look at you.
Something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, this is money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Shiny. I'm Jenny. I hope you guys are ready for these crazy story time. The first one, let's talk about it first of all. This young lady basically played the long game and played chess and not checkers, and she came out on top, and I'm here for it all. Let's get right into Shanice's story.
Did y'all see the story about the woman who dated this man for 5 years, living rent-free the entire time, and was secretly plotting against him? When I tell you the men are going off in the comments, let me tell you what the fuck really happened. So the girl name is Shanice, right? Now, Shanice has been with this man for 5 years, okay? They got kids together, and they share this cute little townhouse. From the outside looking in, you'll think, okay, they happy, they're a family, they stable. But baby, if only they knew what she knew. And the wild thing is, hell, he ain't had no clue either. Girl, you don't even know how deep this shit finna go. But I'm finna take you with me. Cause this ride is wild. When they first started living together, he told her that he did not want her to pay no bills at all whatsoever. He had all of that, and he was going to hold the household down, okay? Good. Now get this. Shanice was not a stay-at-home mom. She actually had a really good job, and she had a boutique. And instead of her spending money on bullshit, she actually had a plan. Now, friend, you know some woman would have took that damn money and shopped it up, spent it, living free, all of that. Not Shanice. Shanice said bet, and sis started stacking. But quietly and strategically. Pay attention. Girl, how about she opened up 2 bank accounts that he didn't know nothing about? And oh, you remember that time they had all those programs that was paying rent? Their rental assistance? Oh yeah, she applied for that and got approved, but she didn't tell him. All the while, this man is still handing her money for the rent, and rent been paid. And she pocketed all of it. Shanice. I can't even lie now. I'm confused as hell. Like, Shanice, what's happening, baby? What we doing? But you know what? I kept following, friend. Because I had to know the tea. I had to know the why. And get this. This man still had no clue. And she out here acting normal as hell. Still cooking, still taking care of the kids, still laying next to this man like everything is fine. But mentally, sis has clocked out. Baby, Shanice's man was on the other side of town. So fast forward. How about Shanice goes out and buy a house, bitch? And put that shit in her name. Not his. Not theirs. In her name. Yeah. Now, bitch, I don't know what type of game this shit is, but hell, Shanice played. Y'all moved in, her, him, and the kids. And he decides that he's going to pay half of the mortgage. And baby, he agreed thinking that he doing something like they still building together. This man is really paying rent in a house that he don't even know he finna be evicted from, bitch. Meanwhile, Shanice chilling. She ain't saying shit. She just waiting on a moment for him to slip up. And of course, it happens. So Shanice is doing laundry where she finds some condoms in his pants. Mind you, they don't even use those. So Shanice is like, yeah, I knew it. He's back on the bullshit. But what none of us understood is the fact that this ain't nothing new. This man been doing her dirty since the beginning. And Shanice is finally playing chess. Let's look at the laundry list. Okay. 2 years into the relationship, he started cheating. He cheated while she was pregnant, and when she got pregnant, he actually got violent with her, which caused her to go into labor early. Got violent and went into labor early. Why is this man still with us on this planet? crashed his own car. She let him use her spare, and he fucked another bitch in it. Hold on, friend. And one of the girls that he messed with sent screenshots of him getting head on her birthday. Bitch, I wish I can stop. I can't stop. I gotta keep going. Hold on. He even had the nerve to flirt with some girls who shopped at her boutique. Yeah. His hoes was buying clothes from her boutique. And there were videos, multiple videos, of him and his friends running trains on these women. All wow.
So what's wrong with what she did?
When she found them condoms, that was like the last straw for her friend. I mean, this girl put that man clean out, okay? No car, no home, and no backup plan. And he had to move back in with his people. Meanwhile, she's enjoying her new 4-bedroom home, fully paid, with a garage, some land, and she's now making $68 an hour on her new job. She even told us that 2 months into them talking, she gave him $4,000 when she learned that he fucked up a bag on her way to Cali. And because she was pregnant, she figured that shit, we locked in, so we might as well be locked in, right? Denise said she really loved this man. Like, she was so in love with him, and she was so hurt for so long after all the things that he had done to her. And it just made her go into a rage and just say, you know what, like, I'm not even finna, like, act a fool. I'm not even gonna get out of character. I'm gonna just get him back in the best way that's gonna benefit me and my kids. If it was me, what I would have done, I don't know, friend. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I have a low tolerance for cheating. So, like, the moment I found out he cheated on me the first time and made me go into labor early, oh, he would have been done for. Relationship is done. I don't care about none of that shit. But I'm really curious to know, like, what y'all think about it. Was she wrong? Would you have done all of this? Was it necessary? Do y'all think it was worth it? I gotta give it to her, though. Shanice definitely did her big one, y'all. What y'all think?
Now, I don't understand why people are coming for her in the comment section because of what she did. In my opinion, she was very, very smart. I was very shocked at how the story turned out because to me, that's a smart way of doing it. Because for one, she ended up staying, even though she knew this man was cheating on her. A lot of people stay in a relationship when the man cheats, except they just don't broadcast it to everyone, right? Because as long as you're with a man, it's very likely that this man will cheat on you, right? So in my opinion, when she found all these things out, she found out he was cheating on her, he found out she was doing all this, you know, having other women in his car, servicing him in her car, all of that is reason for her to leave. But because they're already having a child and she needed the help, so I understand why she's staying. And in my opinion, when she was taking money and putting money aside and actually using other people's resources to be able to, you know, save her money instead of having to use it to pay rent, I thought that was very smart. I thought it was like the smartest thing. I was like, girl, yes, I'm here for that. Because at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship, I think it's something that every woman should do. Have separate bank accounts because you never know when you have to leave. At the end of the day, if you're with a man, you always have to keep one eye open. Because you cannot trust anything that comes out of their mouth, in my opinion, right? As long as their mouth is moving, they're lying. So when he was cheating on her, she was saving up all this money. You know, she was doing something good with it. And she ended up buying a house. I thought this was the smartest thing. She bought a house and he was paying rent in the house that he was living, which the rent was going to her. It's her house, you know? So by the time he did all his little stupid stuff, right? Because they're not thinking. They're only thinking with their small head. He did all these stupid things, paid her rent, paid off her house, damn near. So now she's set with her children. She can just leave whenever she wants because she have a good job that was paying her $60-some an hour. And also, she has a house that is paid for, if not almost paid for, because this man was too stupid to realize what he was doing. And also, he was hurting her. But he probably thought she was stupid. He probably thought she wasn't really sumen. Like, the girl was, you know. So anyways, so she ended up getting the house, which is her house. It's under her name, because I didn't understand why the girl who was telling the story was wondering why she didn't put that man's name in the house. They're not married. At least I didn't hear that they were married. They had a child together. They're not married. So therefore, she don't have to put his name on the house, right? That was a very, very smart move that she did. And also, she was saving up all the money that he was giving her to pay rent. Very, very smart as well. So when she ended up leaving him, you would think he would still have money. No, because he wasn't saving for a rainy day. He was simply using it to give to other women. That is the reason I say, when you're with your man, make sure you use all his money. Take everything. And so he won't have anything left for another woman. Because if he does have anything left, he's not going to save it. He's going to be spending it on another woman. That's just how it is, right? That's just how it is. And if yours have not done it, thank your lucky stars. Because at the end of the day, if it's not spent on you, it's going to be spent on somebody else. So as far as I look at it, she was doing the Lord's work. She was doing the Lord's work. Anyway, let's get to the next story.
When my husband told me he had a love child with the other woman, I had 5 days. Me and him was together 5 days. I was off, and he told me what all he was going to do. And one of the things I'm grateful for is the cameras in my home and around my home. It allowed me to capture something that gave me an out. The home was mine prior to marriage.
The baby didn't
The
give
cars
you
were mine. Okay. So he had went to his 12-hour shift, and I had the car towed. I rekeyed the locks during the 12-hour shift. I upgraded my security system during the 12-hour shift.
Okay.
Called in some friends, packed up his stuff,
Okay.
rented a van, had everything taken to a storage facility, and they are used to situations like this. You can give the person custody and right to the storage facility. Only thing is you lose your deposit fee. Did that. Then I did the keys, I did the security system, rekeyed everything, did all of that, okay? Then I sent him a long text letting him know what I had done and that he no longer could come to my home, and I post no trespassing signs. Okay? That was a woman who knew she was done. It wasn't no tiptoeing. I cut it at the neck. I was done. And in 8 months of him moving, I was divorced and did it on my own. Anybody who can't afford a lawyer, you can walk through the system if you don't have any. We didn't have any kids. We didn't have any property. And I was able to do it on my own. Okay? One thing I say is I was quiet the whole time. We had these 5 days for me to absorb what he was saying. I was quiet, and I was able to schedule the alarm company to come after hours. I was able to schedule the locksmith. I was able to make sure I had transportation for his things. I had done signed the agreement for the storage shed. I was quietly planning how to get this man out of my life. Sis, don't talk too much. If you're not sure what you're gonna do, be quiet. Don't be aggressive. Don't argue. Don't fuss. Stay in here and think. Get you a counselor, talk to a legal representative, a lawyer, and a good friend, especially one who's been through it. They might can give you some guidance. You're going to be on an emotional roller coaster ride, but you can get through it if you begin to fight for yourself like you do everybody else. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does. Your mental health depends on it, sis. Fight. Don't give up. Don't lay down and die. Fight. Get up. You got this. You can get through it. A lot of us did. And some of us are getting through it now. Much heart always. D.
Now, one thing that I always notice very often is that a lot of people will stay in relationships and marriages when the man cheats, or if he's an abuser, they will stay in the relationship. But the one thing that will make them leave is if this man end up with a child. It's very likely that they will leave. Sometimes they do stay, but a majority of the time they do leave. Remember how Wendy used to always say everything is good in Hunterville, even though Kevin Hunter was cheating on her for like 10 years with this Shakira Hunter, Shekinah, whatever her name was. He was cheating on her using Wendy's hard-earned cash to take care of this mistress until she ended up being pregnant, and that's what she couldn't deal with, basically, right? It was too much of embarrassment publicly. It would be too painful for me to watch this child that you created, and me, I can forgive you, but I can't forgive, or I cannot accept this child that you created while you were cheating on me with somebody else, right? Or I cannot be the stepmom of this child, because it will always remind me of what you did, basically, right? And I think in this case, now, not all women does this, and a lot of times, yes, they know that a woman will actually stay in a relationship after you cheated and brought a whole human being into this world. And I think that's what happened with this lady. She ended up leaving because he ended up having a love child. And I'm pretty sure this is not the first time this man cheated. This is just the first time the baby actually stayed, and he decides to keep it. They probably already had multiple of sitting babies to the upper room, but this one actually stayed, and that's what she could not stay for. And I understand that 100%, because it's a lot to take, right? But a lot of people do end up staying in a relationship even if he cheats. What I adore about her is the way she left the relationship, the way she left quietly, which is what a lot of people don't understand, because when you are too loud, that's how you get unalived. When you are not strategic, that's when things, saying that it's okay, but also having self-control and playing chess and not checkers can get you out of situations, can get you out of sticky situations. Because a lot of times, even though the person is doing the dirt, once you open your mouth or you don't agree with what they've done, all of a sudden now they're vexed. All of a sudden now they want to attack you, So it's good to plan your things out and actually execute things without the person knowing, because then they can try to change your mind and or the trajectory of the result. So a lot of time it's best to stay quiet. If you're not going to leave a relationship, don't go looking for text messages, because what all you're going to do is just hurt yourself. You're going to sit and be hurt in a corner. Meanwhile, you're still cooking this man's meal. Every 5 minutes, you're thinking maybe you should put some, aqua tofana in his food, or some, arsenic. How they used to do back in the days when they didn't have divorce. So yeah, in my opinion, if you're not ready to leave, don't go searching, because you will find something. You will. If he's a man, you will find something. So let's get into the next story.
I am currently raising my ex-husband's daughter that he had with his mistress. 2.5 years ago, I was married to my ex-husband. We were married for about 6 years, and the entire time I knew that he was cheating on me, but I was trying to hold on to hope that he would, maybe change, maybe be there for the kids and I, but that never happened. Eventually, I found out that he cheated on me with one of his coworkers. His mistress is what I call her, and they had a child. They decided to leave together, as in my ex-husband and the mistress, and they left their daughter with me.
What?
One day, out of the blue, my ex-husband comes up to me and says, "Look, I know that I've been cheating on you, okay? I did not have the balls to actually tell you that, but at the end of the day, you just didn't give me enough attention, so I had to look for it in someone else, and I found my coworker, and now she's pregnant. So I want to leave with her, if that's okay with you." What is someone supposed to say to that? No, don't leave, please stay. Fuck no. I said, go for it. I hope you guys are happy. And then in that conversation, he just mentions how they want to put their daughter up for adoption. And I say, why the fuck would you do that? And he said, well, she wasn't planned. Her and I want to live together with no kids. She didn't want kids. I didn't want kids. It just happened, so she got pregnant. And I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you guys don't want her, do not put her up for adoption. Regardless of what the fuck happened between us, I will take her. His daughter did not plan to be in this world. His daughter did not plan to come into this world to shitty fucking parents who didn't even want her. Yeah. I don't care what my ex-husband did. At the end of the day, that's still a baby. That's still a child that deserves to be loved. And I am not looking into her eyes and taking care of her thinking, oh my God, my ex-husband cheated on me and then you came along from that mistress. No, not at all. The way that I'm thinking about it is, this is a beautiful little girl who deserves to be loved, and maybe things happen for a reason. I'm just glad that he's out of my life and I'm able to have this beautiful baby girl next to me, because she's amazing. She's my world, my daughter. And if those people ever tried to come back to take her, God, I would fight them for her, because at the end of the day, that's their loss.
Right. They always have all the balls in the world to cheat, right? Because it's always, oh, you didn't give me attention. Because a lot of men are basically like little boys. They're always looking for attention, right? They're worse than girls, looking for attention all the time. Oh, you didn't look at me. You give the baby more attention than you did me. Imagine you cheating on your wife with a co-worker, and she ended up getting pregnant, and now you want to leave your wife to be with a co-worker, but none of y'all want the baby that you created out of this cheating that you did. Selfish people, very selfish. Selfish to the child, selfish to your partners, selfish. What do you mean, sir? And then have the nerve to try to ask me, pretending as if like you actually care about what I think, right? What do you think about this? Did you care about what I think when you cheated on me? You don't care about what I think. So even if I were to say I didn't like it, you're still going to do whatever you want. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is all this is crazy, okay? And the fact that, she ended up keeping this child, and I know I talked about this before, the woman not wanting to look at the child in the face because it's like an open wound every time this is his child, and for her to actually want to keep this child is very adult of her, okay? A lot of people probably would say couldn't be me, and I can totally understand because this is a crazy thing, but the baby is innocent in all this. The baby is very innocent in all this. And the fact that none of y'all wanted this child that you risked it all for is crazy. It's super crazy. Let's get into the spiritual part of it all. Because once you're married and you have a partner and you're bound under contract, under oath, then it's very, very difficult for people to still take your husband, or because at the end of the day, no one can take your husband. Your husband actually offered himself, okay? Because no woman can simply just snatch your husband if you don't want to be snatched. So let's get into the spiritual part when it comes to being bound and people cheating in that relationship. Let's get into it.
God would never send you a married man. I don't care how long he's been separated from his wife. I don't care what happened. If those divorce papers are not signed, and if you didn't go to the Lord about that man, and you thinking that because he's being so sweet to you, so nice to you, of course he's being sweet and nice. He's looking for a getaway.
Right.
He's looking for a relief, a stress relief. And you're his stress relief because you're new.
Right.
You're not special, babe. You're just new. And that wife knows everything about him. And that's why you ain't went to that wife yet, because you are scared to know the truth about who you're dealing with. And I hope to God I'm not talking to my women of God, because if you're a woman of God, you should already know this. God would never change his word to fit your feelings, to fit your emotions. I don't care how good he is to you. I don't care how good he is to your children. I don't care. If that man is still married on paper, that is not your man, and you will be in a curse. You will curse your life.
Let's talk about that first.
By still entertaining and going forward with a man that is not yours. I hope this helps somebody.
So since we're talking about relationships and getting with a married man and or getting with a man who already belongs to someone else, let's talk about this movie that I just watched, right? And this has a lot to do with the video, so stay tuned. And if you have not seen this movie and you would like to see it, I say do not watch this part of the movie, of the show, because I will tell you basically everything in the movie. So spiritually, when you are married to someone, you are bound to that person contractually and also spiritually. So in the spirit realm, this is a very, very serious thing. And also, when you are in a relationship with a man, even if you're not married, we will be talking about the marriage part, but even if you're not married, if there's witchcraft involved in this relationship, for example, he used to be with his ex, he still go back to his ex whenever he feels like he wants to check his ego and make sure that he still got it, he goes to his ex, and this said ex is so obsessed with this man, and she ended up doing some sort of love spell or whatever on him, and or she's over it and she's tired of him breaking her heart, and she does some sort of hex on this man. You, who is in the direct proximity of this man, can get affected by what has been sent to this man, because you are sexually involved with this man. And also, if you happen to be in the car with him, right? If it could be something physical, you end up in the car with this man, and something that was sent to him now attacks, is in full effect. He ended up in a car accident where it's so tragic because it's sent to destroy and not to come back void, basically, right? You just so happen to be in the car, you will be in the crossfire of that. Now let's get more spiritual. Okay, so when something is sent, it could also touch you because you are intimate with that person. even if you're not the wife. But now let's talk about the wife. So when I was watching the movie, I saw some stuff in there, and it make all the sense. So it's this movie, and it's called the tomb watchers, right? Tomb. So like when the body's buried in a glass or in a place, it's called a tomb. Anyways, so that's the name of the movie, The Tomb Watchers, on Netflix. It's in Tagalog, I believe, because it's created in the Philippines or Korea. I'm not sure, but it's in a different language. And there's no way to even translate in English. I had to read the subtitles. I hated it, but I saw the movie. I loved it. So it's this married couple. So this rich lady ended up finding this poor guy, but he was a painter. She was rich. I mean, heiress type rich, right? She fell in love with him. He was working at her company. She fell in love with him. He was a painter. She loves being painted. You know, she wants portraits of her everywhere. So they fell in love. They ended up getting married so quickly because she actually loved him. She had money, you know, but she ended up stepping down, not from her company, but basically to be with this man. She gave him a higher position in her company, so he doesn't feel like he's not making enough money, right? So he can feel like a man, but she doesn't want his money because she's literally the owner of the company. So anyways, so they ended up falling in love, so she thought, right? And then finally, so many years they've been married, they don't have any children, none of that. He ended up finding someone in her job, in her company, that she gave him a position as like the CEO of. He found this girl. He went for a smoke one time, and she didn't like him smoking, first of all. To each their own, right? She went outside, the new girl now. She went outside smoking, he went outside smoking, and then they started talking, and then they built this relationship, and they started getting together. Now, fast forward, the wife, she discovered that they were messing around because she saw a number in his pants pocket, because she was still going to work, working at her company, and he was going to work, and he was messing with the girl, doing, you know, the horizontal mumble in the office with the girl. She found out because she heard something one time. She thought, you know, he probably thought that she left early, but she was still there, the wife. Then she heard something and saw they were having in the office. It was nighttime. Then she ended up, she followed the young lady, the girlfriend, because now they're like fully dating. The girl lives in a different town. She basically, her mom is calling her 24/7. When are you going to be married? When are you going to bring a man home? Da, 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 da. And she's like, Mom, please, I'm working on it, I'm working on it, I'm working on it. And that's the problem too, when you're pushing your kids to go and find someone because you want them to be married so much. So they ended up finding just anybody, right? So she's like, yeah, Mom, I'm working on it, I'm working on it. Meanwhile, this man is telling her, I'm going to divorce my wife to be with you. And that's why she's telling her mom, I'm working on it. And this man has so much money now, he is paying for her rent using his wife's money. So it's almost like the whole Wendy Williams situation, how she hired Kevin Hunter, gave him a job. He was using her money to take care of Sharina, whatever her last name was. So anyways, so then fast forward, the wife with the company, she ended up she went to the young lady, she talked to her. She's like, hey, she physically talked to her. She's like, hey, what you're doing is not right. You need to stop or something bad will happen to you. The girl, she basically brushed it off her boss. She's talking to her boss as if, you know, she got it like that because I guess she felt like she have authority because she think that her husband, her boyfriend, the wife's husband, is the owner of the company. Because the wife is so sweet. She's not going to raise her voice. She's like one of those geishas, you know, the way she dressed, the way she likes to be painted by flowers, you know, with the white powder on her face. She never got the white powder on her face, but the theme of her, how she wants to be portrayed, like to create a portrait of her, is stuff like that. So, and she'll make the man paint her over and over and over, and he hated it because now he has fallen out of love with her because now he's married and, you know, he wants fresh meat, right? Per usual. So anyways, so yeah, she talks to her and she basically brushed her off saying, oh, you know, I'll do whatever I want. I'll leave him when I feel like it. Imagine. So anyways, so fast forward, the lady, the wife, ended up she fell ill. She ended up on her life. She died. She died at a very young age. It was maybe a year of him having a mistress and her falling sick and dying. And now her last wish, her only wish, is for, in order for him to have everything that, you know, she owned, everything, all the riches that she owned. She said, the one thing that I need you to do is to go, because they had one of those little vacation homes, which has a little pond there, and that's where she liked to have him paint her and all that stuff by the water and all that stuff. Beautiful vacation home. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, but it's in a little town where the town people also practice voodoo, right? So they practice black magic, but Filipino type of black magic, right? And a lot of people all over the world does it. It's just that they try to tell you as black people that it's dark magic, it's black magic, it's evil and it's bad, whatever, right? So anyway, so they practice voodoo. So the wife says the only thing that she just so happened, very coincidentally, that their vacation home is in this town where they practice black magic. So anyways, so the wife requested that the husband need to spend 30 days. It was 30 days in that house, in that vacation home. And then after the 30 days, he will have every money, all the money, all the riches, everything that belonged to her, all the thing from her being an heiress, he will have for himself. But he's still in the relationship with the young girl, right? So anyways, so he's like, okay, you know, the people call him and say, hey, sign here. This is what you need to do. And after the 30 days, you're free. You'll be a very wealthy man. You'll be the richest man in your town, all over the world, right? You'll be the richest man. So he agreed to it. He's like, oh, I can do this. This is easy. This is easy. Anyways, so then he ended up, after the funeral, he took his girlfriend to the town, where he said, I have a surprise for you. So he drove her all the way there through the town. And as they're driving, they see the shaman, the shaman of the town performing some sort of ritual with the black chicken and all these things. And the girl's looking and she's mesmerized, not necessarily mesmerized. She's kind of scared because it's like dark, thundering outside, but there's no rain yet. So they're driving there. And she sees the men performing rituals and everything. And she's basically like, she's basically looking at it. And she's like, where are we going? Where are we going? He's like, wait, I have a surprise for you. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Don't worry about the village people. They're always doing their little voodoo stuff. And it's just creepy. Don't worry about it, right? So they're driving to the town. So she got there. And he's like, this house is for you. He's telling the girlfriend, this house is yours. And, oh, and there's a little house on the other side as well too. That one is ours as well. Can you believe it? And the girl was a poor girl. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So she's all excited for this house. And he carried her to the house and she's like, are you sure this house is mine? Because she just can't believe it. So fast forward, he walked her into the house and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Is this house for me? Are you sure this is for me? Because she can't believe it, right? So he's like, yeah, this is yours. So fast forward, nighttime. She finished cooking dinner and they did the thing, you know, and they had some drinks and she put on some music. He's dancing, they're dancing, and they're having a good old funky time, right? So then she decides to go to bed. They decide to go lay down. Within 10 minutes, she completely fell asleep because she's so happy. She's in a new home. She had some wine, you know, good food, whatever. And then in the middle of the night, she woke up. Where's her husband? I mean, her boyfriend. Boyfriend is nowhere to be found. So then she's now looking around, and that's when she stepped outside and she noticed there's a little light coming from the outside house, you know, the little shed that they have outside. So she's walking to the shed, calling for this man. When she walked into the shed, honey, she see a big old tomb, a big old casket, glass casket, and guess what she see in the glass casket? The wife. The wife is there, and the man is bathing the wife, putting flowers on the wife, and doing all these things on the wife. She's like, what the hell is this? What the fuck is that? Why is she here? That's when the man breaks everything down and says, oh, so this house belonged to my mistress or my wife, and the company was never mine. Everything belonged to hers. I was a poor man. She found me. She fell in love with me, and she wanted me in her life. So she basically promised me, you know, she'll take care of me all the time. So then when she passed away, the one thing that was in her will is that I can have everything that belonged to her once I spend 30 days in this house. But in this contract, her body has to be here, and I have to take care of the body. I have to, you know, make sure she stay polished and cute and beautiful for the 30 days, and after the 30 days, everything will be mine. So the girl's like, why did you tell me this? Why did you bring me in this house for da da da? So he's like, yeah, well, if I don't do it, if I don't do all 30 days, then I'm going to be broke on the street and I won't be able to take care of you. So she's like, you know what? Fine. It's only 30 days. Let's just do it, right? So things started happening in the house. They went back inside and all of a sudden they see a shadow. And the only person who sees the shadow is the girlfriend. So the girlfriend keeps seeing things in the house. The house becomes very haunted because now she knows the dead wife is in the shed somewhere, and now she starts seeing the dead wife in the house. The man will transform into the dead wife, and she will basically start seeing a woman in the house just walking and da da da. And the wife is basically purposely hunting her and basically saying, "This is not your boyfriend. This is not your boyfriend. This is my husband." So she's basically trying to get the girl to leave, but of course she's so in love. She's so in love that she has to stay for the 30 days. She's staying and she's staying, she's still being hunted. So one time the husband took her to a cliff to go look. It's literally by the house, right? Took her to a cliff to go look down to see their house, to see how beautiful it is, because from up there you can see the view of the whole town. And he's like, "Oh, isn't this beautiful?" Da, 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 da. And all of a sudden she looked over and she saw the little shed. Then he's like, "Oh, look at this water, it's by the shed." So he says, "Oh, let's go down and let's go for a swim." And that's the water that him and his wife used to always go, and he will paint her all day long because she loved to be painted, and that's how she fell in love with him. I don't know if she really loved him for real, but she was obsessed with getting herself painted, like portraits of herself. So she will make him do at least like 10 for the day. So he hated painting. He had a whole bunch of painting of her, but now he hated his passion because she made him do it too much, right? So he took her to the water. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to paint you." So he wants to paint the girlfriend now. Even though he hated painting, but he wants to paint the girlfriend. And as he's painting the girlfriend, and she's sitting in the position, and he's painting her, she's in the water, and he's outside, and he's painting her. And all of a sudden, his eyes start turning more like watery. And all of a sudden, he starts seeing his wife in the face, in the appearance, in the physical body of the girlfriend. And he starts painting the wife because now he's under some sort of spell, like he's hypnotized. And he's painting the wife, but he's supposed to be painting the girlfriend. So when he's done, the girlfriend was like, she was calling him and he did not hear, as if he was far, right? But he's painting. And then when he finally snapped out of it, she looked at the painting. She's like, "That's not me. That is not me." Because now she basically took over his body. And after he snaps out of it, she leaves, and now it's just him. She's upset now. The girlfriend is upset now because why are you pinning your dead wife? And she's supposed to be like in the shed in a casket that we're supposed to be watching for 30 days. So shit around the house starts going very, very crazy, right? So she decided to go to the shaman that she saw when she was coming to the town. So she went to the shaman because there's actually a tree. No, there's a tree in front of the house. And that tree is like this beautiful, it's a tree, but there's no flower on the tree. It's just a dead tree. So anyways, she wants the tree gone because she kept seeing every night the tree branches will turn into like fingers on the window. So she could she basically sees like fingers on the windows, right? So then she wants the tree cut down. He don't want it because she says everything has to stay intact in order for him to be able to have whatever he was going to have in 30 days. So the girl is like, she went to the shaman. She said, "Hey, I need some sort of exorcism done in this house because there's something wrong." So he came, she brought some black chickens and all that stuff. Meanwhile, this man is inside the house this whole time, and the guy is about to do some ritual. He's doing some ritual around the tree and blah, 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 so he can cast out whatever demon is in this house, right? So then the rain started coming, and he set the tree on fire after the ritual. And then the rain came down and turned off the fire. So it couldn't catch on fire. So then finally, she started to get, they started having drinks because the man came out and started screaming at her saying, "What the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing? You're not supposed to be cutting down the tree." So he got really, really upset with her, and then they both went inside. When they went inside, they started having drinks, and then they turned on the record player, and started dancing, And then all of a sudden, the husband got possessed. The woman started taking over the husband and started attacking the girlfriend. The girlfriend started running. No. Before that. He finally told her, no, she says, I cannot stay for that 30 days because it's starting to be too much. He's like, no, we have to stay. She said, no, I cannot take it, right? So then finally, she took the car and left. She left, and basically he said, okay, well, if you cannot do it, I have to stay here for the next 9 days, because now there's only 9 days left. She says, okay, you can go. No, he told her you can go. She left and then decided halfway there she's so in love with this man and she wants to come back. And when she comes back, that's when she saw that her boyfriend was wearing the dress that the woman in the tomb is supposed to be wearing. When she got there, she noticed that basically like the man is starting chasing her, because now he is the wife. The wife has taken over him and now he's basically chasing her. He's chasing her down because it's like Laje, it's like bushes, right? The house is near bushes. There's no main street. It's somewhere in the village. So anyway, he starts chasing her down the Laje, the bushes. She's looking for help, all of this. Then she ended up going under the water. No, she went in the water. He went after her and he basically put his hand over her to drown her. Then finally she fought and she hit him with something. Then she swam away. He's looking for her, as still dressed as the wife, still possessed, as the wife, like the wife possessed him. But then she's hiding behind this thing of trees. So he heard her, then he started calling her as if he's back into his body. So she didn't want to come out because she still don't believe that he's back into his body. So anyways, then finally he got upset, and of course it was the wife that was still in his body. He starts screaming at her because now he's like more of a guttural like scream. So he starts screaming at her. She finally came out trying to escape, but she's away from everything, and the village people are already sleeping. They cannot hear anything because there's no street light, so they were asleep by like 9 p.m. So anyways, so he dragged her into the house. Broke her arms, broke a bunch of her body parts, and then unalived the girl. Completely unalived the girl. No. Actually, she was not alive. She was not alive. So he dragged her into the house. She completely went out, like blacked out. When she wake up, she found herself because she's now paralyzed because he broke her legs. That's what happened. He broke her legs. She's now paralyzed. She found herself laying under the tomb, and the body's fluid was dripping inside her mouth. Her mouth was open and the fluid was dripping inside her mouth. When she finally get her courage again to get up, so she finally get up and move herself from underneath the thing, pull herself out, and then try to crawl up to try to hold the thing to get up, right? When she tried to finally get to the top, that's when she realized the husband... I just got text. That's when she realized the husband was laying on the corpse of the lady the whole time. Now the husband is unalived. And he is basically paralyzed from the neck down. So she's crawling herself out to the outside so she can try to see if she can flag one of the villagers to help her. And that's when someone actually came to help her, and she was able to get to the police and all that stuff. Well, the police came. They called the police. They came. They took her to the hospital. But I said all that to say this: even till death, it was till death do us part. Even in death, she was still attacking the girlfriend, because at the end of the day, they're still bound to each other. The husband ended up dying. The wife died. The husband ended up dying. The mistress, damn near survived by a hair, literally. She almost died. Simply because she could not leave somebody else's husband alone, right? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Let me know if you're going to go watch it, because I literally just told you everything. But it is not in English. I don't know how to change it. It's not in English. It is in Tagalog, I think. And because I don't speak it, so I don't know if it's Korean or Tagalog, but it looks like it's from like the Philippines. It's like a movie from the Philippines, just like the one that I watched with that Dining with the Devil. I have to make a review about that, because that show was really, really good. I think I did talk about it in a video, but I have to make a review for my other channel. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hope you enjoy. Hope you go and watch that movie, because it was pretty good. I said, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence, and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you. And also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one for to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with the extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.